All right. Simple interest is given by I equals P R T. It's important that we realize that interest is going to be in dollars, principal is going to be in dollars, but principal is the original amount of the loan. The interest rate is normally given to you as a percentage. So when you apply for a credit card or something like that, they tell you the APR is 14% or something like that. That would be the interest rate. But we always want to make it a decimal. So if the interest rate was 14%, you would be using 0.14 in your calculation. And then the time is going to be in years, which is also important, because we're going to see some problems are in, they give you like months and stuff like that. This is classic, if you go buy a car and you got to take a loan out for the car, they're going to charge you simple interest loan. If I remember right, I don't think they give you this formula on the questions, so you do have to remember it. We'll come back to these. Let's do an interest rate problem. Time in years, interest rate as a decimal. All right. Find the interest. I is equal to 2,000 multiplied with 0.05 times 3. Put it in to the calculator. 2,000 times 0.05 times 3. And I got 300. Good, 3,000. Let me try again. 2,000 times 0.05. I got 100. And then times 3. Yeah, please try it and make sure you can get that. Now it's in months. The trick here is I must change this to years. How many months? 12. I can just write 4 over 12 if I wanted to do that. So if I take a loan out for $575 at 4% for 4 months, I got $7.66. Or if the textbook said, or the questions say round to the nearest cent, it would be 7.67.
So you would turn that fraction into what? Like it would be 0.33 times.
Yeah, but I actually did it in the calculator. I did 575 times 0.04 times 4 divided by 12.
How do you do that in a calculator? Where you do that times, and then you can do that equation
Mm-hmm.
like that?
Yeah.
With the 4 divided by 12 as its own equation in the equation?
Right, because if you think about it, it's 575 times 0.04 times 4. All these are multiplied together. Multiply all those together first, and then divide by 12. You can do it like that.
Oh, okay.
So I just want to clarify that do 4 divided by 12 first, you would divide the whole total by 12? Because aren't you supposed to do what's in the parentheses first? Or do you have
Yeah.
an order of operations?
It would work like that.
Oh.
If I did 4 divided by 12 equals, I get 0.3 repeating.
Oh, so either way it's the same?
Yeah, but I'm just not going to cut it off. I'm not going to do 0.3. I'll just leave that answer and press times 0.04 times 575. I got the same thing. That's okay if you do it like that. That's a good question. Did anybody try the second one? You tried it? All right. For the second one, let's do... What did you get? Oh, I got... All right, so we got an answer of $14,274 for the part B. It's great that somebody got that because you got to point out about it. If it's $793, 14,000 sounds like a really huge number to pay. So chances are you didn't write this as a decimal. It's got to be 0.09. All right, classic mistake. I've seen it dozens of times. It's in months, right? I still have to put it over 12. So it would just be your answer, but with the decimal moved over 2 spots.
So if it's something simple like 24 months or 18 months or something, you do 1.5 or 2.
Yes, definitely. The question is,
Just
can...
you do 4 months would be 0.33.
Yeah. Yep. So the question is, can you simplify that fraction first, basically? Yeah, if it's easy, I could write it like this. Give me the same answer. Yeah. Naturally, they're not going to give you it straightforward like that. They're going to give you some sort of small word problem. You take out a loan for $1,200 for 8 months. The interest rate annually is 15%, earning simple interest. Find the total amount of money you will pay back at the end of the loan. All right, so first, take about a minute on your own and see if you can come up with the amount of interest that will be on this. Then we'll talk about the total amount of money. Did you try it? You all right? Yeah. Did you try it? How'd you guys do? Oh.
So, 1,200 at the top, and the next fraction at the bottom.
No proportion here. Just that formula. Okay, so you want to write out P, R, and T. P. Plug it into the formula. All right, so what's the original amount of the loan? Yeah, that's the P. So our principal is 1,200. All right, what's the rate? But don't write it as 15%, write it as a decimal. So divide it by 100, move the decimal place over twice. 0.15. How many months? Okay, hopefully you came up with 120. But there's a kicker, right? What's the total amount repaid? What would be the last step that I would have to do? Add what? Exactly. Because when you take a loan, you're still paying back the original money. But the bank is earning $120 on you. Oh, I don't know. I'm doing this in my head here. 1, 2. Okay, so let's make a note here. Add interest paid and original loan amount. Any questions or comments there? Go ahead.
So I did it to the year.
Uh-huh. Mm,
Does that not make sense?
that makes sense.
Okay. I mean, it got me the right number, but like, is that, I don't know if that's easier to do than that, or if I'm just gonna confuse myself, or, because what, you did it the same way too, you did 1,200 times 0.15 times 12 divided by 8.
No, times 8 divided by 12.
12. Oh, you can't, it's gotta be,
Yeah, don't do the reciprocal. That's a different topic. That's dividing by fractions.
I see, because it's divided by 12, so it's gotta be 8 times 8.
Yeah, if you want to, I mean,
It is divided by 12.
we don't want to make things too complex or anything, but I could imagine this as being over 1 and over 1, right? So now it's 1,200 times 0.15 times 8 divided by 1 times 1 times 12, because that's my rules of fractions, you know. But we just kind of say we know what to do, so let's just do that.
Whatever's easier to think.
Whatever is easier. You got $120, perfect. I'm your biggest fan. You had a question?
Where did you get the 120 from? Oh, from the answer.
Yeah, the part in black gets me the 100, and then it's a two-step problem to find the total amount repaid.
Oh, see, okay, I get it now. That actually makes sense, because I was, from what I did to that, it's the same thing.
It's the exact
Because
same thing.
You still divided by 12, but you did the times 8 the first time around.
Yeah. Yeah, you're finding the 1 month interest and then doing that 8 times. That's the same thing as, yeah, me finding 0.75 worth of the whole year. Because 8 divided by 12 is 0.75. Let's go to some other ones for a few minutes here. You are definitely going to see discount price and sale price. All right, let's do this one. A stereo is normally prices for $324.99. It's on sale for 30% off. First, find the discount, how much money you're saving, and then second, find the sale price. Another two-step problem. I'll remind you of the percent equation that we wrote. Part equals percent times whole. Let's get some people involved here. What do I know? Any takers? Go ahead, what do I know?
The discount, I got 97.50 off.
Oh yeah, you're ahead of me, but yeah, how did you do that?
Oh, I did 324.99 times 0.3.
Good. And that got you what,
97.50.
97.50. Okay. That's how much money off it is. And then part B is going to be sale price. All right, awesome job. Somebody else, the sale price. 227.49. All right, and how did you do that?
I just subtracted $97.50 from 324.
Yep, minus 97.50. Okay, good. I hope that you remember too, you can set up a proportion. 100% on bottom, 30% on top. This would give you 97.50, just like Colette said. All right, now this one is kind of the backwards way. I think you'll definitely see a table question too. The marked price is $148. You're saving $48. How could you find the sale price? You know. Subtract. 48 minus 48. Did you do it? 148 minus 48? $100. This one maybe takes a second thought. How do you find the discount rate? I don't know how we feel best. Proportions, maybe? So, set up proportion or percent equation. Yeah. What is it? 308.3. It sounds high. I think maybe you're off by a decimal place or two. How did you set it up?
148 over 48, and then x over 100.
All right, 148 over 48 equals x over 100. All right, what's the total price? Is it the 48 or the 148? The 148. So that means we should flip it and put that on the bottom. Like that. What'd you get? 32.4%. Like I said, I don't want to make it too complex, but if you use the percent equation, you would just get an answer of 0.324, and then you'd have to realize, oh, it needs to be a percentage. Let's see if there's any we want to do here. Okay, we got to do a percent change one. All right, here. From 2007 to 2017, the average price of milk rose from $2.67 to $3.61 per gallon. Find the percent of increase. There's another equation we can think of as percent change is new minus original over original. Okay, so let's think. What is the new price? Say it again. $3.61 is the new price. What's the original? $2.67. All right. So the price of milk went up 94 cents. Divided by 2.67 is 0.3520. But just make that a decimal. A percentage. So multiply by 100. 35.6%. Increase. The same would work for a decrease. Like let's say the price of milk went from $2.67 down to $1.50. Well, it would just be $1.50 minus 2.67, and you would get a negative answer, and that would mean a percent decrease.
How would you just write that as a percent with negative percent? Is it just asking for a percentage of change?
Good question. I think I want to say in the homework it'll say like blank and then decrease, so you could just say you don't need the negative, just 20% decrease or whatever that is. I'm going to stop right there.